Previously on The Apprentice One Championship Edition. The candidates faced a physical task with a fishy twist.
Oh my God.
That shook up Team Ikigai's dynamics.
Did you tell them that you'd had experience in this before?
I'm gonna kill them.
Despite the chaos, they managed to swim to victory.
Team Ikigai managed to haul in 21 fish.
The business challenge put their culinary skills to the test,
We are asking you to develop a ready-to-eat seafood meal for the judges.
pushing tensions to their boiling point.
Let's not have this discussion now. So just hang up.
You don't listen to what anyone says.
No one ever dared to insult me like this. Never.
I hate bullies and I hate liars.
In the end, it was Team GSD who came out on top, while Manuela was sent home packing.
Manuela, you're not the one.
8 candidates remain. Who will be the one?
I'm really hoping Manuela and Gonzalo come back.
So if Dorina comes back, you will...
I don't know. I just think it would be so unfair to Gonzalo and Manuela.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Give you a hug.
I think it's so not fair.
You're a fighter.
Of course.
So I noticed they're doing side glances to each other because I'm not blind, but I'm ignoring. Whatever you do, that's a reflection of yourself, not me.
Oh, man.
Wow.
No.
Manuela's not coming back.
No, Manuela's not
Despite all the work that she's done. Dorina, you've done nothing for the team so far. You better...
Results
The
are
reality
results,
is,
yeah.
on paper, like the deliverables, there's nothing from your end. I like that ego dance that you just had there of happiness. That shows how you are as a person.
I
Getting
think
happy
that's
for people's...
also your perspective.
Great, you think you're the best at everything?
I think you're
That's
not ready
all I
for
have.
this competition.
I don't
yeah.
think you're ready either. Anyway.
Gonzalo is a very emotional person, doesn't know how to handle the emotions and the pressure. But I don't care.
I'm not upset because you don't trigger me. I don't feel like that.
Do you, Dorina? Do you? Because you don't care about anyone except yourself.
It's very pleasant to be in such a team.
Do you think this is a fair decision?
Yeah, in terms of how we assign the task, in terms of how I search for the recipe.
You searched for the recipe. What recipe did you make?
No. Are we really doing that right now? We need to be more professional and we cannot fight in front of the other team.
I think we discussed this already in the
Guys,
boardroom. I'm tired of
Do you
you
think you're
guys.
strong?
Let's just put everything here.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
just relax. And let's move on. Oh. It feels like in middle school, some kids are fighting each other, but we are happy because there must be some advantage on our team. I really don't know what happened, but guys, it's a long day, so let's just move on.
That's true.
Yeah.
There is no way we can keep it together if you don't try to get back to this harmony. We have to deal with Dorina, we have to deal with her personality and try to have a healthy communication between each other.
Jesus Christ. I swear.
I've searched the globe for the strongest minds and the bravest souls. And now, we shall see who conquers their fears, doubts, and insecurities to be my next apprentice. Welcome to the world's toughest edition of The Apprentice.
What is this?
Candidates, down here.
Are we swimming? Oh my God! Yes, because I was raised competing in swimming. Team GSD hasn't won any physical tasks, so pretty confident about winning.
Good morning. Welcome to our Tampines hub, Singapore's largest integrated lifestyle and community center, home to some of the best facilities in the city for those seeking a more healthy and active lifestyle, which is rather fitting because today you will be diving
What?
into a risky, albeit rewarding, underwater physical task.
That's my stuff. I'm a free diver. I'm a scuba diver, so I feel quite confident.
So, I've got some wetsuits lined up for you. Go get changed. Winston, I got you a size man mountain. I hope it fits. So get yourselves suited up, and I'll see you down here in a few. Off you go.
Okay. Yeah.
I see water and I like panic attack. Because in my childhood, when I was around 11, 12, I fell into the pool and I stayed under the water a few seconds until someone came and rescued me. I see this pool and I think I'm gonna cry, like seriously.
Welcome, candidates. And before we get started on today's physical task, please help me welcome a living legend. He is a 10-time Muay Thai world champion. He is an Australian national treasure. He is the gunslinger. He is the one and only Mr. John Wayne Parr.
Oh my God, this guy's here. I can't believe it.
Candidates, working for one championship will put you into many situations where the only option you have is to sink or to swim. And what you do can only be decided by how far you're willing to push yourself. Good luck to both teams.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, champ. So, candidates, here is your physical task. Behind me, we have a body of water. Inside this body of water, we have 2 sets of camo nets. Underneath those, we have 10-gram puzzle pieces. Your task will be to retrieve those puzzle pieces and assemble them correctly on the plexiglass easels on the other side of the pool.
It's 7 pieces. How difficult can it be? Because I'm not dumb.
The team that assembles their puzzle correctly in the fastest amount of time will be declared today's victor and thus go into the business challenge with a significant advantage.
So for us to get back on track, we need any advantage we could get at this point. So gotta channel my inner Michael Phelps.
Now, before you all panic, we have for you someone that's going to give you the basics in underwater survival used by Navy SEALs. Please say hello to diving expert, Mr. Alex Tan. Are you ready?
Yeah!
Let's get started!
Right, candidates, I'm going to explain and demonstrate these simple exercises called drown proving. All you have to do is have your both hands tied to the back, take a breath. Once you're ready, exhale as much as possible and you have to descend right to the bottom. Once both legs touches the bottom, give a hard kick toward the surface. Try, keep trying.
I'm struggling like really, really bad. I try to get under the water. The memories, they came back, and then I start to panic. I cannot do it.
Dorina?
Yes.
Just take all the air out of your lungs.
They like a stick?
No, it's not about that. I drowned the last time.
Now you're facing that, and you're gonna overcome it. So regardless of all the fighting we were doing, I wanted to help her overcome that fear. You're doing awesome. We need to win this challenge to show that our team is organized again and we're back on track.
I noticed that Team Ikigai feeling not so confident on the water. So at that moment, I said, wow, we should have some advantage in this task.
Let's go.
Okay.
Exhale and go. Keep trying. Rudy, well done. Keep trying.
I did it. She did it.
That's good. That's good.
Good job, Dorina.
I'm not dirty.
For me, it's complete BS. Someone who has phobia to swimming does not get over her phobia in 20 minutes.
Oh, that's so scary.
From top to bottom, fake.
All right, team, so you've been prepped. You've got a strategy in place. Champ, any last-minute tips you want to give the teams?
Ooh, it looks like an extremely hard challenge, so all the best.
All right, you guys, moment of truth. Your next physical task starts now.
Let's go.
All right, and we're off.
Come on, guys, you can do it. Come on.
So when it comes to our team strategy, it made perfect sense for just Gonzalo and me to like go underwater, untie the knot, and give the girls the puzzle pieces, and then he has one of the girls come into the water so we could figure out how to make the puzzle.
I see the picture of the puzzle. I'm like, what the heck is this?
Let's go, guys.
Both me and Jason are scuba divers. We are more experienced. I just focus on trying to calm down because the calmer I can be, the longer I can last on the water.
Come
on, guys. Okay, we got one.
So we have our first retrieval. All right. Looks to me like both teams are going with the strategy of sending the men in first. What do you think about that? Good strategy?
It seems to be working so far.
It's okay.
Yes. Is the other team good? You only got one.
Go and see the puzzle. When I dive down and I look at the puzzle reference, it looked like a action figure type of thing, but I still don't know what the puzzle is. I'm very bad at puzzles. Thank you for asking. The square thing is like its body. Or is this one on the bottom? Just cement.
But I always think that Aisha can step up more because she is usually the most passive and have a better attitude, because even in the descaling fish challenge, she just said, oh, this is just descaling fish, and eventually she decided not to do it. Similarly, for this physical task, she just said, oh, it's just a puzzle, how hard could it be? Felt like she did not put in the effort that she could have.
Lisa, she just dived in once to take a look at this picture, and in her head she had the correct image of what she had to do.
Something like this. It's going to be like this. This is the body. We will have.
Wow, this
another...
woman's like photographic memory is insane.
Attends, take dive quickly. We're gonna have another one.
Oh, we got it.
Okay.
All right.
Team GSD got all their pieces, and now they're starting to assemble. Team Ikigai, keep going. All right.
Yeah, well.
As soon as I see that the other team have all their pieces, that just gave me this energy that all of a sudden I was able to go down again and just like get everything else that was missing.
Girls.
So this is the head.
This is one leg. And that next, the body. I'm very good at puzzle. I have a very analytical mind, and I can see a model and just do it, like I would solve a Rubik's Cube, for example.
The puzzle is way more difficult than that.
All right, it's getting close.
We need to finish it. Did we already have all the pieces?
I have it.
Oh, shit. It's wrong.
They've almost got it. Guys, you got to catch up.
Like this.
Yes. And time! Wow!
Oh my God.
We win this again. We are so good. We are the best. We should be named Champions Team. We are not value champions though. We are just champions.
Yeah, we did. Good job.
We did.
Yeah, it took us longer to figure it out.
I didn't feel like Aisha put in her best effort to really bring us over to secure the win.
Congratulations, you guys, on a job very well done. As you know, you now gain an advantage going into your next business challenge.
We have an advantage. Our team's vibe is better. You know, this week, I feel very confident that we're on the right track.
All right, that's a wrap from our Tampines hub.
Congratulations, everybody, and all the best for the rest of the competition.
Best of luck.
Welcome to one of the most iconic landmarks for hawker culture in Singapore, the Newton Food Centre. The hawker industry has been around in Singapore since the 1800s and has now become a staple for life and culture here. However, the sustainability of materials used in the interaction between the customers and the stalls need to evolve for the 21st century. For today's business challenge, we are asking you to develop a marketable product that not only enhances the service and customer experience as a whole, but is also cost-effective, sustainable, and scalable to enable adoption by customers. The team with the most innovative design or redesign will win this challenge.
This is going to be a very challenging task because I know of a lot of Singaporean initiatives that have tried and failed. But this is a Singaporean challenge, so I have to be the project manager because I know I have a huge advantage being local.
All right then, you get 30 minutes to explore the entire hawker centre. Team Ikigai, you won the physical task again. Very impressive.
Thank you.
As the winner, you get 20 extra minutes to explore. And you get a one-on-one consultation with James Andrade, Senior Vice President and Head of Catapult. All right, good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. What are you waiting for? Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go, guys.
I say we go that way because there seems to be more stores open.
Yeah.
Can I ask you, how many plastic cups do you use every day?
Around one day, 50 cups.
Okay. We need to get rid of all this plastic and all this foam. Like, basically everything is just not environmentally friendly.
How much do you pay for the plastic?
$1 packet, $5.
for 600.
600. The business challenge is about producing an innovative product that will serve both the hawkers and the customer, but then it's a traditional business. They are happy with what they have. People are still coming. They don't need anything.
Do you think if we were to change this, it could work, or
No,
why not?
very easy for me.
And that is the big challenge. Is it okay if we take one? Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Can I ask a quick question? How many times a day do you wash the trays?
Depends. Whenever it's empty, I will just wash it.
Oh, okay.
As a past startup founder, I have made a physical product and a digital product before. In my experience, you need to be able to collect as much data as possible in order to make a sound decision.
Is there anything you think can improve, but maybe lack of budget?
Everything is okay.
Everything's okay, wow. I feel quite confident.
I was surprised that they're quite happy with their operations. It could either be that or they're not even aware of their struggles and their pain points.
There are a lot of so-called problems or inefficiencies, but they are not huge because they function very well. And these people are resilient people. Yeah.
With the time limit assigned to us, I just feel like we definitely did not have enough information to start this business challenge.
Okay, so firstly, the project manager. I think it's yours. Having Jason in our team is a very lucky thing. He's a Singaporean. So I said, well, we have actually a great advantage on this.
I think that I just wanted you all to taste a taste of Singaporean victory. Yeah?
We can do that. We can taste Singaporean victory.
I am a little nervous, Jason being PM. I think he thinks I'm a threat, and if we don't win, I definitely feel like he will put me on the chopping block no matter what I do.
How should we do this, Jason?
I'll take down notes on my phone.
Okay.
Different here. I also have a lot of plastic containers.
Because we won the physical task, we have an extra 20 minutes to explore and get as much information as possible, especially from customers who are actually dining in.
We've noticed that there's a lot of use of plastic everywhere, or like this. Yeah. Are you comfortable using these type of utensils, or would you be open to like a change?
I think we are open to change.
Yeah?
But I think it's maybe more troublesome for the vendors here itself.
Okay. Most critical piece of information that I got is that the elderly people were not willing to change anything. However, the younger generations, they're more environmentally friendly. They're open to change.
No, that's great insight. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, girls.
So I'm quite confident of the things that could be done.
Is anyone keen to be the project manager for this role? Anyone wants to? I don't mind being project manager.
I'm down for you to be project manager.
Let's go for you, Gonzalo. Gonzalo is volunteering for being the project manager. Amen. I love working with Gonzalo. I could start a business with Gonzalo. He's an amazing guy. So is it something that you're interested to do?
I'm very interested in sustainability. I think we can come up with a cool project.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, like off the top of my head, I do think that having a hook where you can hang your bag is a really great idea. Because you look at everyone around here, either putting their bags on the floor or like their bags on the chairs.
I came up with the idea when I saw a lot of people hugging their bags or people leaving their bags on chairs or on the floor, and I thought like there has to be a better solution.
And I do think like that is like a really awesome idea.
The concept of a table hook is a very easy and scalable solution to just improve the entire customer experience within hawker centers. Anyone wants to add anything else?
For me, I pay attention to those like disposable plates, forks, and etc. stuff. If you're Chinese like me, that looks like 1990s.
Winston always talk about things in China. You know how they did this in China, they do that in China, but like we're freaking in Singapore. Also, another thing, he is a slow talker.
And you know, in China, this kind of a plate usually perceived as not eco-friendly, like low-end, cheap.
I just wish that he could be more straightforward with whatever he has to say, because I feel like his job is pretty much to put people to sleep.
So I was looking at the tray system as well.
Yeah.
But if it could even almost be like a folded tray.
That reminds me of a campaign in China, in Shanghai, that Prada does. They actually redecorated.
Yeah, seems like we have a few good ideas. Let's take some time to think about them, and we rediscuss tomorrow in the war room.
Let's go.
All right.
A new day.
New days to get stuff done, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have a lot of work to do today.
Yes.
Hello, candidates.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
In Indonesia, we abide by a philosophy called gotong royong. It means bringing everyone along in the process. That has been the main drive for us at Indosat. where we use the newest communication technology to serve our greater community. On top of that, I'm a strong believer of karma. What you put out in the world will come back to you in some way.
When he mentions about karma, I started to laugh inside of myself because I just remembered about the boardroom and the elimination, and I was like, hey, yes. Someone wanted me out, and actually it happens to be exactly the opposite.
By having this mindset, you get to ensure that no one gets left behind in growth and progress. So I encourage you to put this theory into practice on your next business challenge. Thank you and good luck.
Makasih banget. That was awesome. Such good energy.
Yep, following up from yesterday's discussion, we are looking at the hooks as a way to solve the seating problems during peak hours. So we decided on table hooks last night because it does check most of the boxes, and most importantly, it's a very simple solution that solves a few small problems.
Do we think the hook product really check all the marks that we're looking for?
I don't think the problem is the simple product, but does this simple product have a big impact, and is it enough?
Aisha doesn't always side with the team, and I find that to be very frustrating because it presents us as a very disorganized team. Definitely need to look out for her.
I think sustainability to mean how does this impact the environment and how does it make it better?
But sustainability can mean a lot of things, and it could be cultural sustainability or environmental sustainability.
I'm a little nervous because it doesn't hit the sustainable part and it doesn't hit the innovation part.
I'm just going to say this, and as PM, I'll just take any responsibility.
Okay, so I think that the most important part, and something that we failed to do in the past, is to make sure that as a team, we have good harmony, that we're working together, and I want zero conflicts like we had last time, and let's just work together as a very strong team.
Yes.
I'm genuinely nice, but specifically for Dorina, I just have this anger inside of me that if it was for me, I just wouldn't speak to her, but that wouldn't do any good to the team. What if we had this machine where we give the cups, whatever, and you scan it, you actually get points and you get rewards. So people get excited about it.
Yes, I think it's great. Yes.
Also, as a project manager, the only way for us to win this challenge as a team is if there's some sort of harmony. And maybe by having this harmony, she will actually prove herself.
Yeah, I think it's very good because it just came into my mind that the experiment with the 7 puppies, we should train them.
The 7 puppies.
Physical benefits, so like getting a seat, not having dirty back, seating experience is more comfortable because you're not hugging your back.
I feel like the hook idea, or as Jason wants to coin it,
Belonging storage devices. BSD.
Belonging
Storage devices.
not outstanding because it's just too simple. But Jason is a PM, so whatever decision the PM makes, we have to stick with it.
To confirm, BSD is an internal name, is that correct? For internal purposes only?
Yeah.
So just as we talk about the idea that we had yesterday.
So we want to create this vending machine where people will be able to basically borrow the cutlery and things like that.
My idea is about having vending machine with reusable cups. They buy the cup and then they go to the beverage stalls with that cup. And so the stalls, they don't need to buy cups every month. And that could be great because we are using so much plastic, we need to change their habits.
We're gonna save space, money, and plastic from the hawkers, and then at the same time, the customers, they're gonna get all these utensils for free, and they're gonna be making an impact on the environment.
I think if it's good, it can be implemented for sure.
I'm really happy that the energy in the room is so good. Dorina's good vibes right now, and Gonzalo's doing a great job to keep the energy positive and good.
So I think now maybe we can just work on putting everything together in different slides. Because we can't just have ideas floating around, like we need to be concise.
Hey,
hello.
How
Morning.
are you doing?
How are you? Good morning.
Good
Welcome.
morning.
It's nice to meet you. Gonzalo?
Gonzalo.
Meeting James actually shook me a bit. It's a great advantage to us. I think he will be able to give us some insights. So we're very excited to meet you. So we just wanted to get your thoughts on what we're doing.
Okay. Tell me about your idea.
So basically our idea is to solve the problem that current hawker centers have with the use of plastic. What we want to do is implement vending machines where customers will be able to borrow plates, cutlery, whatever it is that they're going to be using.
It's an interesting idea. I'm not real clear that your consumer insight is all that insightful.
I'm getting nervous.
The folks that are in the hawker centers, why would they want these vending machines in there? What would make it such that they would want to actually get behind this idea?
I agree that for the customer, it would be more annoying that they have to buy a cup in a different place than go back there.
I would say you guys need to sharpen up your ideas and your message. What could make that idea a plus up to the consumer as well as to your customers?
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you, sir.
The meeting with James was insightful. He says that we cannot change the customer journey that much. It's too disruptive for them.
So maybe we have to find some way where we can also give the stuff to the stalls.
Yeah.
But we have to find a cost-effective way for us and how that can be done. What we're trying to do now is tweak this product that we had initially come up with, eliminate that part of the vending machine and seeing how we can incorporate this directly into the stalls. But as soon as we have that figured out, we're on track.
So first of all, we need to show them that it's actually
Dishwashing is one way that saved them a lot of money. That would be way cheaper for them.
So are we sticking with bamboo or stainless steel?
We should stick with stainless steel on the...
This one?
Yes, but the hook is still strong enough for it to be bamboo.
Hello, Team GSD. How are you doing?
Good. We're doing good.
All right, who's the project manager?
That's me.
Okay, I'm curious to know, what are you building?
So we're building a belonging storage devices because people either like leave their bags on the seats or they're carrying their bag while they eat. And we thought like with the kind of vertical space that we have in the table, we could install like belonging storage devices.
You mean hooks?
Yes, hooks.
So who's paying for these hooks when you install them?
The initial cost will be borne by the National Environmental Agency.
The National Environmental Agency has signed off on bearing the cost?
No.
This is a figment of your imagination that they will. You better have your facts right.
Okay.
And not be throwing ideas that you haven't even spoken to anyone about.
Okay.
For the life of me, I cannot fathom the thought process that led you to this idea.
Oh, damn. We are so screwed. We are so off. We wasted almost 1 day on this, and we have to start from zero.
You also have only limited time. Use your originality. I do believe that all four of you can put your heads together and come up with a plan and an idea that you're convinced is going to hit all the main points in the brief.
Thank you so much.
Yeah?
Okay.
Take care.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think that just break all our confidence in our ideas. We only have less than 24 hours before the pitch. It's kind of like mission impossible.
Okay, I feel like we've just gotten enough feedback to say that, let's get unhooked. Yep. We're 100% off the hook. We need to come up with a new product.
Let's do it clean. It's all right, guys. Just let's take a deep breath. We'll be fine. Yeah, we will.
Okay, team, pitch is ready. We all have our parts. Let's just wait for Lisa to complete the final things of the prototype.
Let's do it.
Okay. Last night, we had to basically come together and come up with a complete different concept, which is a combination of Lisa's initial idea and another concept that I came up with myself. Lisa at the moment is just quickly coding the last piece of the app so that we actually have a physical demo to show. Going into this pitch, we don't have a physical prototype, so we are going to come up with a mock-up app for people who want to see the environmental impact that they're having by using these cutleries.
How amazing is that to have someone in the team to make an app?
Developing an app in 3 hours?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know why I'm doing that. That's the problem.
I know.
So we found a solution to start with.
But there's no particular solutions that specifically tackles cutleries.
Until now.
Until now.
Okay. Last night we had a few discussions and the idea just popped into my head. The new product is reusable cutlery branded by favorite Singaporean hawker brands, which we felt really hit the mark.
All right, we got this, guys. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
Excitement is there.
Welcome back, teams. Today as our guest judge, my friend Vikram Sinha, the CEO of Indosat Ooredoo Hutchinson, which is the largest telecommunications player in Indonesia.
Thank you, Chatri. Candidates, good luck to all of you.
Thank you. And Nirika Singh, Senior Vice President of Corporate Strategy at One, and my right-hand woman.
Thank you, Chatri. For this week's business challenge, we had asked you to develop an innovative product for the hawker industry. The product needs to enhance customer experience while being sustainable, scalable, and cost-effective. And I'm really looking forward to what you have for us.
Teams, you may begin.
Going into the pitch, I feel confident about my part, but for the product itself, I don't think Aisha and I feel confident about it because it was mainly Jason who worked through it.
When I look at this table, it is more than just a hawker center table. I remember volunteering at a palliative care center once and meeting Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee had a terminal diagnosis and had only 2 months to live, and I would visit him weekly. I would take him out for his smoke break, and he would tell me stories of his life and how he really loves the bak kut teh at the hawker center. I'm starting with a personal story because I really want the judges to feel how strongly Singaporeans feel about their hawker food, which I felt would help them to understand why Singaporeans would be incentivized to buy these cutlery. I felt really sad because I knew that he might never have a chance to try this dish again. Thankfully, we were able to go out for that last meal. What I really take away from that day was the smile that Mr. Lee had.
He's speaking so well. This is an emotional story. It's very strong. Holy shit, we are screwed.
So, given the insights from our local insider, Jason, who's our Singaporean teammate, what we decided to do was to create a hawker center brand and be able to allow different hawker stores to create their own type of cutlery package and have also their branding not only on the cutlery, but also the reusable bag for easy carrying.
Really? That's what you had to show? I am expecting a lot more from Team GSD, especially after hearing Jason's really emotional story.
So this simple yet innovative product really does tie in to the whole sustainability factor. So we're really targeting professionals who are ordering takeout, but have that strong brand loyalty to that hawker star. We also, as I mentioned, want to sell directly to these hawker owners, and we're thinking about $250 per unit. Thank you.
Thank you, Team GST. So overall, I felt the presentation was strong, and you kept the presentation very light and simple, so it's easy to understand. I was impressed with Jason and the story, but Aisha was off today. The problem is no substance. I don't see any economics.
I have the same question. So you're saying that the hawker centers, they're going to buy this from you for $2.50, then they sell it to the customers only when customers take home delivery food at $4.50.
Correct.
So if you're targeting people who are taking takeaway, it's also not consistent with your story opening, which was about the emotional connection because we sit there and memories. And then your product is totally anti that. And secondly, if my food costs $4 or $4.50, I'm not going to pay another $4.50 to take cutlery for one-time use away home, and then what? You expect me to carry it back?
If you studied hawker and really understood them, they make a few $1,000s net a month, a typical hawker. You don't understand the hawker life. So this to me is like, it's la la land, not rooted in reality.
I want to ask you what problem you are trying to solve. I did not see that. If you understand hawkers properly, what sells for them is their product, what they are selling, and then that multiplies.
Jason, how much do they pay right now for the plastic spoons and forks?
$1 for 100 pieces.
If they're paying pennies on the dollar, and then now you're saying you gotta pay $2.50. So, it makes zero sense. Because you have no understanding and no empathy for what a single hawker goes through and what is important to him or her. Thank you, Team GST.
I don't think I'm a person who is not empathetic. I don't understand the judge's point of view because Singaporeans are very connected to individual hawker stalls and they would do many things to support that brand.
Good morning, judges. Together with my team, we are going to introduce you today our product, which is called EcoBox, and the solution that we are trying to solve. After watching Team GSD presentation, I realized it's not enough what I have prepared. So instantly I changed everything that I had to say. I have been totally fascinated by the explosion of colors, dishes, tastes, to see the combination of cultures. But it wasn't just the nice part that I have seen, but it was also the negative side. So first, it was the space.
I have seen an improvement on Doreena's side, basically supporting us and trying to do her part. So that's a huge improvement. So here we are introducing our solution to this problem, a square plate. Don't be shocked, there's more to it.
So basically, we came up with this concept of a square plate that is 20 centimeters times 20 centimeters, made out of 100% recyclable plastic, which lasts us up to 3 years, which will actually give us a positive impact on the environment.
Their idea, it's not rocket science, but it makes more sense and it's less dumb than Team GSD's.
So currently, hawkers are currently paying an amount of 1,300 SGD per month to clean their plate. By using this system, we can get to a cost fall down to $730, which will help hawker stalls reducing their costs from up to 30%. So we actually developed a mobile app, which is only a prototype, where you can get started and get onboarded on this journey. So you're gonna get access to your camera and be able to scan the QR code that will appear normally on a plate. So after scanning this QR code, you will earn your first point for using reusable container.
They have their products, they have their subscription model, logistics, and even like an app to collect points. I think that was really dumb. But that overly complex ideas, probably something I think that throw the judges into confusion.
Thank you, I hope you liked our presentation.
Thank you. So I thought your presentation was well thought out, had real substance, you understood the hawker.
I completely agree with you. They really got it right in terms of what problem you are solving. It was very impressive to see that, okay, it will save 33% of the cost. And while doing that, it will help protect the environment, it is sustainable. But one thing I felt, you could have done it better. I think one of the challenges, too many apps. Everyone is trying to promote their app. I have 30 million app at Indosat, just integrate it.
Powerful, powerful point. No one on the planet will download an app that gives you points because you're using this plate. How many apps do you each have on your phone that you use every day?
Very few.
Okay, there you go. The app is junk. It's literally just fluff.
And another question on your app, how would you track that someone took a plate now versus actually returned it?
To track it, we can use the RFID technology, and at the collection point, we can detect when it's back. Yeah.
You do know that's going to be very expensive, additional cost that you didn't factor in.
The real value proposition is that you help them going from $1,100 to $1,300 reduced down to several $100s is a huge thing, huge. So that thing I was very impressed with the substance. Thank you, Team Ikigai, I appreciate it. Thank you. I'll see everybody in the boardroom.
Thank you.
So based on what Team GSD has just presented, I think their product was shit. Ours is actually quite good. It's innovative as well, so we believe we can actually win this challenge.
Welcome back, teams. The stakes are the highest they've ever been. I expect you to learn, grow, and evolve. Now is the time to see what your limits are. But I also want to remind you, this is a dog-eat-dog competition. There will be only one winner. With that, let's begin.
Thank you, teams, for your pitches earlier today. We've seen your presentations, and now it's time for the verdict.
Team Ikigai, who would you say was the star of the show?
I would say in this precise project, I would say it was Lisa. I know that the prototype that we came up with wasn't ideal, but she took so much time to actually code the prototype herself.
That was the dumbest part of the whole thing.
It was the dumbest part, but she put in so much effort because...
But who cares? This is not about effort.
No, but she didn't just do the prototype, she did that, and on top of that, she was also in charge of the distribution, so she actually gave a lot for the team.
What do you think, Mikey?
I agree. I think Lisa did amazing this time.
Dorina?
I agree.
Wow, that's amazing. What do you think, Lisa?
I think I work a lot on this specific project. The prototype was not the best idea, but I contributed in many aspects of this project, and I was really involved as I'm really passionate about circular economy.
Mikey, you said the team dynamics were much better this time. Do you agree with that, Dorina? Why? What do you think happened, or what do you think changed?
It changed the energy after Manuela left. I don't know if it was from her. I don't know if we changed inside the attitude, but something changed, definitely.
Yeah, if I can just jump in quickly, I think as a team, we came up with this agreement of just giving each other feedback on the spot, face to face, and just trying to understand each other. Like, what are our strengths, what are our weaknesses, and if we have any problem with each other, we were just doing it on the spot that first day, and it's much better now.
Well, you know what that tells me, Gonzalo, is that you're a great leader.
Thank you.
Because last time we had either 4 bullies and 1 liar, and I still don't know the answer to that. So for you to be able to manage that situation and take the feedback and then be big enough to like, okay, let's try to work together as a team. So I commend actually all of you, each of you. You know, if you really want to win this thing, you have to learn how to shine together. I don't believe energy just changes. I believe it really is the mark of a leader. A good leader is able to keep the team inspired with passion and purpose. So good job for you, Gonzalo.
I appreciate that. Thanks.
Good job, Team Ikigai, on that. Let's switch gears to Team GSD. Jason, who played what role and why?
Actually, we were really stuck after we spoke with Niharika, and I take responsibility for that as a leader. I couldn't lead my team to come up with a solution that actually checked all of the boxes. And so we did spend a lot of time in the idea generation phase.
What was the original idea?
Our original idea was to have table hooks for people to put their bags on the chair, as well as stickers to encourage people to share table seats. We could actually increase seat efficiency.
Is that a good idea or a dumb idea?
How much time have you spent with hawker centers or at hawker centers in Singapore? It is such a staple of life and culture that you just ask someone to remove their bag because sitting is more important. It's not about, oh, now I put my bag on the chair, so I'm coming in the way of people finding food and getting a seat. It just tells me that you just really don't have an idea, and Jason is a Singaporean in the team. This should really have struck you as a very dumb idea.
If you put 100% into a stupid idea, it's still a stupid idea.
Yeah, I apologize for that because I realized that I should have been looking at the pain points of the hawkers rather than looking at sustainability pain points.
Well, you should have had a holistic view. Everything in life has to be win-win. Doesn't matter if it's a partner, it's a marriage, it's friendship, it's a client, whatever it may be. If you're only thinking about your perspective, you lack empathy for the other side, and that's why we have an issue with you saying plastic costs a few cents on the dollar, and let's charge now $250 for a spoon. But you're not thinking about the hawkers' lives, and I think that's a very, very big issue.
I hear you.
Why do you think you stumbled today, Aisha? I sensed 2 things. One was either you didn't sleep, or you just didn't believe what you're talking about, and then you stumbled. Whose idea was it to say, let's go for this wooden spoon, wooden fork, and wooden chopsticks idea?
It was a team discussion, but eventually it was Jason who made the decision as a project manager.
Did anybody object to the fact that a typical hawker meal is like $3 or $4 and the spoon and fork was $4? Did anyone object, or you guys all, oh cool, let's go?
I thought it was reasonable, but I didn't feel like I had enough insights to be able to determine finally what we should do.
What do you think, Aisha? How did Jason do as a PM?
I think he did a good job. I do think our weakest points were the ideas and the actual business model.
So if a leader says, let's get in a truck together, I bring you together, and so let's drive over this cliff together. And you see the cliff, everyone sees the cliff. Let's drive because he's a good leader. Aisha, your definition of leadership is off.
Okay.
It is off. He unified you in a truck that's going over a cliff. Who was the weakest link?
I think it's Vanessa in this case. It's not like between the communication, but most of the time when we discuss, she tends to be like just stay down.
You mean she's quiet, but she won't be contributing?
Yeah, to me, I feel like she's quiet.
Are you shy or insecure?
No, I'm not shy. I just believe that you gotta know the right place to talk, and like not everything that you talk about can add values.
I've made my decision, and the winning team is Team Ikigai.
Thank you.
Jason, who are you taking with you?
I would take Vanessa and Aisha.
Vanessa and Aisha, why?
I think that the thing that really led our team to defeat, apart from myself, is the ability to come up with ideas. And when we were just all very downbeaten, we were very tired, I think Winston really stepped up to just say like, come on guys, we can do this, let's try an idea generate. And I felt like that was very helpful.
All of you may be dismissed. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So Nirika, what do you think about the team dynamics right now?
Yeah, so Team Ikigai seems to have calmed down. but I don't know whether it's just a facade they're putting up for now.
Definitely someone is leaving. I really want Jason back.
I want to know, is the team carrying certain people?
Right.
Or are certain people carrying the team? Definitely something needs to change.
I agree. Well, now we have these three people, Jason, Aisha, and Vanessa. Aisha was definitely 30% of what she used to be, like you said. But like you pointed out, her calling someone who led them to disaster a good leader. Like what a leader perceives of another leader is a very good indicator of what
That's
good
a
leader
point.
they are.
It's kind of a weird judgment on what leadership is.
Vanessa, she's been quiet through 3 challenges, and while she can say that I'm choosing the right moment to speak, it's also coming across that she's not contributing enough.
Yeah, see, I don't know if it's she doesn't want it enough or she's too scared to take a risk and put herself out there. You know what I mean?
Jason, I think he's a very passionate, energetic, good guy. But this was totally the project where he should have shone, and he completely blew it up.
Yeah. Jason has a lot of positive attributes. Very personable, very nice with everybody, and really knows how to unify. My issue is he led the truck off the cliff, right off the cliff. Let's bring them back in. Aisha, why do you deserve to be here?
So martial arts has been a staple for my life. Being surrounded by martial artists really lights me up. To this day, I train with one athletes. And the inspiration I get, not only just from their stories, but also just knowing them on a personal level, and my love for entrepreneurship in general, it, as cliche as it sounds, it really has changed me. And so selfishly, I'm doing this for me because I believe that I can actually provide value, but I think I can have an impact beyond me.
Very powerful answer, Aisha. I appreciate it. One more thing I wanted to ask was, all 3 of you seem to have a chip on your shoulder. You feel like you have to prove yourself to the world or to your family or to whoever. Vanessa, you probably have the biggest chip on your shoulder.
I believe I've worked on the chip on my shoulder.
I don't believe so at all. I see it right away. Your aura is very like this. You don't trust people. You have a hard time opening up. You have a lot of baggage. You're holding on like that. That's what I feel, the aura.
Sure. I think it's just the, trying to step up and act tough since I was younger because I'm the oldest grandchild from both of my families, and I was always in charge and given the responsibilities and duties to be the role model for my younger siblings and cousins. And I think there's a lot of expectation to live up to.
Do you have trust issues? It comes across right away. Without knowing who you are, I can feel it.
It takes time, I guess, because I was let down a lot of times. Failures and also rejections and also holding someone accountable for something. In running a business, in friendships, I just put on a tough facade. And I think that's something that I carry with me on today.
Jason, you seem very, very moved or emotional.
I know that in the time that I've gotten to know Vanessa, I feel like Vanessa has trusted me, and I feel like I still let her down, so I hope we still trust again.
So Jason, why are you so hell-bent on winning in life?
Growing up, I was the second child, and I was just this playful kid who would just run around and just do whatever I want. I just got into so much trouble all the time because I just couldn't perform. And because my parents were traditional Singaporean parents, I just grew up not feeling loved. Deep down inside, I have this insecurity that if I'm not the very best, I wouldn't be loved. And that's the reason why I want to learn from you, Chatri. I want to learn from someone who has gone through this before, who has overcome this, and who is making a positive impact in the world.
Yeah. I think I relate to what you're saying because of my family background. Growing up, my father, I don't think he ever loved me either. So what you say, Jason, is very profound. And it also took me a long time to realize that, why am I so driven today? Why am I so driven as a kid? It's because he abandoned me. If he had not, then maybe I wouldn't be as driven. Your parents not loving you as much as they loved your older brother. You may perceive that growing up as something negative, but you've been able to channel that into something positive. So you never know what is truly good or truly bad at that time until much later. So that is something I would like to impart with you.
It's a very special experience to be able to get to know you better outside of business challenges and all the critique. But I also have to say that in this competition, it feels like all three of you have tried to play safe. I hope you don't think that in this competition, if you stay safe and just manage to do your part well, you're going to win. Because to win, you need to shine, and shine really bright.
What I ask of you, all three of you, open yourselves up. I want to see your heart. I want to see the real Vanessa. I want to see the real Jason. I want to see the real Aisha. If we don't do good in the world with our hearts, who's going to do it? I've made my final decision. I've decided that all three of you should stay.
Thank you so much.
Vanessa, you should thank your lucky stars. It was very, very close. I don't want to see you at the bottom again. Nirika and I were sure we're going to eliminate one person today. But because of your sincerity in your words and what I hear about what you want to do with the world and who you are, you moved me. The secret to winning this whole thing is be authentic, open your heart, take a risk with all your competitors. Open your heart and do good and you'll see. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Aisha. You may be dismissed.
Thank you. Thank you, Chatri and Nirika. We won't let you down.
My strategy, do not be too loud, backfire, because Chatri wants to see the real you. If you want to show the world about what you are, show it now. You don't have the luxury of time to sit around and just be quiet. If I want to win this competition, I have to show Chatri the real me and be the real, authentic, genuine Vanessa.
Next time on The Apprentice, One Championship Edition.
Chatri has decided to mix things up.
Some of Singapore's most historical landmarks will serve as your playground in a triple threat physical task.
2.5 minutes for all of these three things.
I felt suffocated.
I'm going.
You get an F for F it all up.